Hey everyone, Felix here. In honor of Black History Month, I've decided to re-upload a video that I originally posted in 2022 about the life of the Broadway performer and recording artist Bert Williams. This was posted during a phase of the channel in which I started every episode with a song, so that's what you're about to hear right now. Hope you enjoy it. Hello and welcome to It's Free IP. I'm your host Felix Chaplin, and as usual, I'd like to begin this episode with a song.
When life seems full of clouds and rain, and I am full of nothing and pain, who soothes my thumping, bumping brain? Nobody. When winter comes with snow and sleet, and me with hunger and cold feet, who says here's 25 cents? Go ahead and get something to eat. Nobody. But I never done nothing to nobody. I never got nothing from nobody no time. Till I get something from somebody sometime. But I'll never do nothing for nobody no time. When summer comes all cool and clear, and my friends see me drawing near, who says, come in, have some beer? Nobody. When I was in that railroad wreck and thought I'd cashed in my last check, who took the engine off my neck? Not so. Nothing to nobody. I never got nothing from nobody no time. Until I get something from somebody sometime. I never do nothing for nobody no time.
The song you just heard was Nobody, composed and sung by Bert Williams and with lyrics by Alex Rogers. This song was written in 1905, and Bert Williams originally recorded it in 1906, but the recording you just heard was made in 1913. Nobody is the song that Bert Williams is best known for, with its lyrics reflecting not only the black experience in America, but also his personal struggles with loneliness and depression. While Bert Williams was one of the biggest stars of his time and had numerous accomplishments under his belt that paved the way for future black stars in America, he has been largely forgotten today. If you've never heard of this performer who was as controversial as he was influential, keep listening because you're in for a treat. Egbert Austin Williams was born in the Bahamas on November 12, 1874. He and his family moved to Florida when he was 11, and then to California. After graduating from high school, Bert Williams started performing in minstrel shows. Now, if you know anything about minstrel shows, you'll know that they're known for two things: blackface performers and mocking black culture. In this time period when Jim Crow was in full swing and racial discrimination was legal, minstrel shows were pretty much the only option black people had to become professional performers. Bert Williams, being light-skinned, would perform in blackface with his professional partner George Walker and George's wife Ada Overton Walker. George and Ada Walker both had impressive resumes of their own, but those details are beyond the scope of this episode. In 1903, the trio performed in a musical production called In Dahomey. The show featured a song called I'm a Jonah Man, which established the down-on-his-luck character that Williams would be best known for in his performances. Apparently, there's some speculation that the Jonah Man character influenced Charlie Chaplin's Little Tramp character, but that's hard to determine. Here's a recording of the singer Bob Roberts singing I'm a Jonah Man from 1903.
I'm a Jonah Man, sung by Bob Roberts, Columbia Records. My heart looked started when I was born, so the old folks say. That's same hard luck been my best friend up to this very day. When I was young, my married friends, to find a name they tried. They named me after Papa, and that same day Papa died. I'm a Jonah, I am a Jonah man. My family for many years would look on me and then shed tears. Why am I just a Jonah? I sure can't understand. But I'm a good, substantial, full-fledged, real, first-class Jonah man. I'm a Jonah, I'm a Jonah man. If it rains down coin, I hope it's so. I believe I'd have a paralytic stroke. Why am I just a Jonah? I sure can't understand. But I'm a good, substantial, full-fledged, real, first-class Jonah man.
Over the years, Bert Williams and George Walker became more and more famous, achieving massive success and renown around the world. George Walker's health would start to decline in 1908 when he got syphilis, forcing him into retirement after he suffered a stroke while performing in 1909. Having to perform solo took a toll on Williams. George Walker was the more business-minded of the two, and Williams was too reserved to push back against the mistreatment that Walker didn't tolerate when he was still performing. When Williams started performing in the all-white Ziegfeld Follies in 1910, which was groundbreaking at the time, he had to be segregated from other white performers, deal with their discrimination, and wasn't allowed to be on stage with white women. Many of the performers pressured Florence Ziegfeld to fire Williams, but Ziegfeld stood firm, saying he could fire every single performer in the Follies except for Williams. Bert Williams would perform in the Ziegfeld Follies until 1919, eventually being allowed on stage with white women. After leaving the Follies, his career as a stage performer started to steadily decline. He started making records again, recording songs about Prohibition in 1920. Here's an example of one of those songs called 10 Little Bottles.
Just before the town went dry, I made up my mind that I would never be ever without a little drop of rye. All that I ever take is just one or two. So I thought that 10 little bottles would about do. 10 little bottles standing on the shelf like soldiers all in a line. My next door neighbor saw me bring 'em in, and that left only 9 little bottles standing on the shelf, serenely waiting their fate. We missed the bottle when the gas man came, and that left only 8 little bottles standing on the shelf, as rare as tickets to heaven. The landlord phoned, he's gonna raise my rent, and that left only 7 little bottles standing on the shelf. But my wife's family are mixed. They always finish anything they start, and that's left only 6 little bottles standing on the shelf to keep my spirits alive. Our cook is famous for her Irish stew, and that left only 5 little bottles standing on the shelf, and they don't make it anymore. No, sir. I thought about it till I got the blues, and that left only 4 little bottles standing on the shelf between Sahara and me. I don't remember how I got to bed, but that left only 3 little bottles standing on the shelf. But what's the fella to do? The doctor said, why, brace up, it's a 10-pound boy. And that left only 2 little bottles standing on the shelf. Hard luck had only begun, for my wife's mother had to get the flu. And that left only 1 little bottle standing on the shelf. And though he's dying of thirst, There's no man living gonna get a drop unless he kills me first. Guide my steps, for I know not where I go.
In December 1921, while in the show called Under the Bamboo Tree, Bert Williams developed pneumonia but didn't want to miss any performances. On February 27, 1922, Bert Williams collapsed on stage, which spectators thought was part of the act. Only 5 days later, on March 4th, he died at the age of 47. This year marks the 100th anniversary of Bert Williams' death. I've only scratched the surface of his brilliant life and career. He has been in movies, recorded more songs than I can fit in this single episode, and has left a very complicated legacy because of his use of blackface and racial stereotypes in his comedy. Since he died in 1922, all of his works are in the public domain. While I plan to feature more of his song recordings in future episodes, I'll finish this episode with one last song that he recorded in 1920. Somebody else, not me.
Great moments come to every man, some situation where he can attain such fame that folks acclaim the bare mention of his name. Now the circus played our town one day and 3 Bengal tigers got away. And the manager looked right straight at me, said he, now here's your opportunity. Yes, sir. Somebody's got to go on and get them cats. Yes, sir? Yes, sir. Somebody's got to go. I'm with you there. The tiger man is sick in bed. Now, all you got to do is put on your hat and coat, he said, because the man who catches them alive, a real hero, is going to be. I said, isn't that wonderful? He says, yes, it is a wonderful chance for somebody. Yes, sir, I agree with you. Somebody else? Yes, sir. Not me. 2 ivory bones with ebony dots off leads to cemetery lot. A game last night brought on a fight which finished up with pistol shots. I was the furthest from the door. The others all got there before. A body on the floor lay dead and flew the transom. Someone said, somebody's got to stay behind. Somebody must remain. Oh, do tell. And when the officers arrived, of course, explain how this brother here ain't alive. Yes, sir. The man who stays and just sees it through, he's going to gain notoriety. Yes, sir. It's a wonderful chance for somebody. I agree with you there, but it's got to be somebody else. Yes, sir. Not me.
That's all the time we have for today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you'll come back next time for more free IP. I'm Felix Chaplin, and remember kids, this show is not legal advice.